for and receiving help can be one of the toughest hurdles standing in between a bar taker and their past score. In this video, I'll outline what some of those reasons are so that you can start to get some insight into your own patterns and overcome them so that you can finally get the help that would boost you past this bar exam. Jennifer Duclair here, the bar exam mentor, helping you to overcome your mental and emotional barriers that might be keeping you from success on the bar exam. And I also help attorneys to build the best attorney lives ever through the same mindset work, looking into your mental and emotional patterns so that you can overcome your blocks and live the life that you've worked so hard to achieve. So if you're looking for resources to help you in either one of those areas, look below in the description box. I've listed courses, resources that you can get a hold of on demand to help you to work through some of the things that may be blocking you. So let's dive into why lawyer types find it difficult to ask for and receive help. First, let's cover the cost, because if you know what it's costing you, chances are you'll be a little bit more motivated to correct it, right, to work on it. So one of the things that anybody would find if they're unable to receive help is that overall in life, you accomplish less. There's simply not enough time in the day to do all of the things that are necessary to accomplish each and every goal you might have. So as a side effect of not receiving help, you may shorten your vision. You may narrow your goals. You may shoot for less because if only you are allowed to contribute to the accomplishment of that goal, then there's only so much that you can do. The heartbreaking part about this is that the meaning of life comes out of accomplishment and contributing to the world. Not necessarily to say that you need titles or material items, but sometimes your goal for achieving something, for example, become an attorney, can be because you need to fulfill an inner need for contribution to this world, to advocate for those who cannot, or to bring light and knowledge to your community, or other things that you are wanting to do through your law degree and your licensing. So being unable to ask for help means that you'll have to focus on smaller goals and limit the amount of things you dream of in your lifetime. And that can actually take away from your sense of satisfaction and fulfillment as the years go on. The benefit of allowing people in to help you and asking for that help when you need it is that you get more done. You can go further in life and you can help others. You can help more of the people around you when you have gotten yourself to a certain destination. The next thing that really would benefit if you could allow those to help you, those around you to help you, is people have their own needs for contribution. You may be someone who likes to know that you had a positive impact. Others have that need too. Other people want to help. Everybody's got their own motivations, but people want to contribute. They want to sense that they are important on this earth. And some of that comes from doing things for others, including you. And then the other thing is that if you block out their help, sometimes that is a rejection of the person, especially if they're really invested in helping you, if it's somebody that's really close. The other form of rejection that comes when you block out help is since you have to do it all yourself now, you don't have the time, space, the emotional energy or resources to pay attention to your relationship to that person. So if you're not letting them help you and therefore having to do it all yourself, those are two different ways that you're rejecting the person that is in your life trying to help. So if you allow them to help, even in small things that you might feel safer letting them help you with, it allows them to feel like they're contributing, which gives them good feelings. And when people have good feelings around you, they want to be around you more. They want to stay connected to you. And also, it does open up the door for you to connect in your relationship while simultaneously moving you forward with your bar exam goals for your lawyer life goals. So these benefits hopefully will open your mind up, your heart up to possibly tackling the reasons why you haven't been letting people help you. Hopefully, knowing how it will benefit you and those around you to let help in will give you some of that motivation to get past the block. So let's look at what the blocks are. Generally, I find most commonly about three different categories that people might fall into when it comes to why they don't ask for help or allow it in. The first one is the do-it-yourselfers who believe that if they allow help in, it means I'm weak. If I ask for help, it means that I'm deficient somehow. I'm incomplete, defective, and broken because I should know how to fix this myself. I should know the answer. I should know the solution and be able to implement it and keep myself disciplined to follow through on the solution on a daily basis until I succeed. And if I can't, if I need help, that means there's something wrong with me. Now, there's a lot of origins for that self-talk and self-speak. It feels so icky even as I say it. So I highly encourage, just like with the other reasons for why we block help, I will encourage you to look at what you're saying to yourself, right? And you may only just now be coming aware of, yeah, I do think that. That is why I don't let help in. And that's the purpose of this video, right? Is to help you be aware of what the issue is so that you can know what problem to go solve. And so if this is your thought pattern when it comes to asking for help, if you feel like I should be able to do it myself, and if I can't, that somehow means I'm broken, I'm deficient, maybe I don't even deserve to be here anyway. But if that is the thought process, I encourage you to poke holes in that story, all right? Bring your lawyer skills to bear on that and start being, devil's advocate, or in this case, angel's advocate. Because quite honestly, that self-talk is really, really harsh and needs to be eliminated. So I encourage you to find a different story to tell around getting help. And there are resources below in the description box to help you with the various hurdles that stand between you and doing what you need to do to pass the bar exam. A lot of it is just your inner emotional environment. And once you address that environment at its root, then the benefits will crop out into your bar exam, study progress, and success. Second category people fall into as to why they don't want to ask for help or receive it is because they believe that receiving help from others comes with strings attached. Others will have something to hold over on me. They'll be able to make demands and thus curtail my freedom to say no. I'll be obligated to give them what they ask for later on. So I'll lose my freedom and I'll not be my own person. I'll lose my autonomy if I receive help. And again, I encourage you to look at how that's not true. Poke holes in that story. And you can find ways to eliminate that belief, because it is a belief, again, probably stems from childhood or the way that people treated you in your close personal relationships, and change that belief so that you can finally allow help in and set boundaries and say no when you're not able to, quote unquote, return the favor. The last category that people fall into when having trouble asking for or receiving help is the thought that, well, I will be a burden, and then when this person feels burdened, they'll either reject me or they'll abandon me, they'll resent me for it and take it out on me later. This is a heartbreaking belief because it stems usually in childhood where our caregivers or parents made us feel like burdens. They would say things whenever you asked for a need of yours to be met. They would say things that implied that you were making life more difficult for them. And that's really, really sad. Chances are they were overwhelmed with life themselves, maybe with the pressure to provide and to care for you and other children, perhaps, keep everyone safe and try to stay emotionally sane at the same time. Parents and caregivers do the best that they know how, but it's means that sometimes you come out with these leftover stories that now shortchange your adult success. So if this story of I'll be a burden and they'll reject me is playing in your head, then again, you want to poke holes in each leg of the story, right? Find each belief that plays into that story for you and poke holes in it. Look for examples of when that wasn't the case, and look for times when you concluded, I got rejected because I leaned on this person, and what else could have been the reason why you got rejected? Or were you, in fact, rejected? Were you rejected? Or did you fear rejection so much that you kind of made it happen in a self fulfilling prophecy sort of way? There are lots of different ways to attack the misbeliefs that are keeping you from asking for help, receiving help when you need it. But as we talked about at the top of this video, being able to ask for and receive that help will free you up, will free up time, and will actually build up your personal relationships so that you can not just pass the bar exam, but do it in a way that feels good, that feels supported, you feel surrounded, you feel loved on, that does not hurt your closest relationships. Again, if you need help diving into the numerous mindset blocks, look below in the description box. I'll see you in the next video.